On this Tim Talk, I'd like to call it Harvesting Wild Plants for Medicine and Food. One of the greatest ways to connect with our planet is to eat our planet, right? Everything we eat does come from the planet, but so much of it we buy at the grocery store or at a restaurant. And I'm not saying that's bad, but when you eat directly from the earth, that becomes a profound experience. Now, go back in time. That's all that our ancestors did for thousands upon thousands of years. Our ancestors, our direct ancestors, lived completely off the land until modern times. So they knew that feeling, and I'm sure it connected them so very deeply to the earth. It was just absolute, had to it, and just profoundly connected. So think about even you going to the grocery store and all that other stuff, trying to spend time. If you want to go be close to the earth, drink its water, harvest its plants, harvest the medicine it offers as much as you can. You can come to our school and learn wild, edible, and useful plants. There's schools all over the country that do it. There's incredible books that teach it. Many of the common weeds that we pull out of our gardens are the best edible plants. Many of those weeds when we came from Europe, came with us. From grass seeds to you name it. They're here for the taking. Okay? Many of the wild edible plants are also enjoyed by wildlife, other animals. So you want to keep that in mind. But one thing I want to say about this is when you harvest a plant, to make it nutritional, to make it spiritual, to make it a profound experience rather than just any other. Simply, just like the talk I gave before on connecting to things, appreciate what the plant is offering. Before you pick a plant, like let's say a flower, if there's an edible flower or edible leaves on a plant, before you pick, stop and offer gratitude and appreciation. Have a willingness to hear that maybe that's a home for another animal and you should pick it and move on to another plant. But if it feels right, harvest it in a good way, in a calm way, in a peaceful way, in a way that allows the plant to continue to grow and that you can eat the food. Because you've heard the saying, we are what we eat. If you do it in a violent, negative way, that comes into you, right? So do it in a beautiful way. And then eat the plant, cook it with love, with heart, or eat it raw with love and heart. And the plant will nourish you and give you life. Now, medicinal plants, even more so. If you're asking a plant to do something medicinal for you, whether it's a tea or you make a salve out of it or a tincture, you want that plant to be harvested in a non-aggressive way, in a way that allows the plant to flourish and keep growing. So that means you have to take some time to connect, time to be, time to appreciate. It's called foraging, and it's an incredible thing too, because you're looking for plants. It's like the thrill of a hunt, but you don't have to kill the whole thing. You're just taking parts of it. And plants love that. I've seen many plants that get eaten by deer and they grow faster once they know a deer is coming and munching on them. Plants have their own language, their own way of being, and they compensate for situations that nature brings their way, including humans picking plants. So I really encourage you to make wild edible plants and wild medicinal plants a part of your life and a part of your becoming an earth caretaker. It will be foundational for you in connecting you to the earth. So learn about these plants, go out and harvest them, eat them, and make medicinal salves, use them to make teas, and watch your connection to the earth grow. It's such a deep, profound. It's also, just a lot of fun to harvest wild plants and to make medicinal salves and tinctures and teas from them. It feels very empowering because you're literally working with nature to live a better life. Isn't that, at the end of the day, what nature wants? All of its children, the Mother Earth, wants all of her children to become happy, become good, become okay, to live well. So harvest wild plants, medicinal plants. Oh.